Hi guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. This will be the first video in probably a 3-part series where I'll be just talking about my recent experiences taking the TOPIK II exam here in Korea. This video will be kind of vloggy but also have useful tips and practical information. So if you're only interested in the specific details, please feel free to just skip around according to the specific timestamps. So I took TOPIK II in November 2020 and then again last year in both October and November of 2021. So I just thought I'd share my experience and give some more specific details, so hopefully you'll feel more informed and less stressed about taking TOPIK. First thing to consider is what to wear. If you take TOPIK, at least in Korea, you'll notice that some people get super dressed up. I'm not giving fashion advice. I'm just wanting you to dress practically and accordingly. If it's cold, wear lots of layers you can take off because it's really hard to know and gauge how warm or cold the room will be. So just try to consider things like this, and of course, wear a KF94 mask or just a good mask. Then the next thing you should be considering is when to arrive. Leave early so that you're not rushing, because nothing is worse than rushing on the day of an exam. I had trouble signing up for the October exam, so I had to take it in a city that was quite far away from me. Luckily it was a coastal city, so I had some nice views, but anyway. I left around 9:20 and ended up arriving quite early, so I still had time to go sightseeing. But they say you should be lined up by 12:20 and the exam starts at 1. So once you're in the line, don't stress. Even if it's a long line, they'll still let you in. The most important thing is that you're in line by 12:20. So be in line by 12:20. Then the listening and writing section starts at 1 and finishes at 2:50. Then you have a little break. Then you should go back into your classroom by 3:10, and then the reading starts at 3:20 and finishes at 4:30. So once you've checked into your room, you can still go to the bathroom right up until just a few minutes before the exam starts. Then, what to bring? You only really need 3 things: ID, exam entrance sheet, and correction tape or whiteout, whatever you call it. So for ID, if you're in Korea, your ARC or passport is fine, and you do not need to bring a pen, so don't worry about this. Also, you can consider bringing water and snacks. You can drink water in the exam, and you can eat some snacks discreetly in the break if you need. To be honest, after the October exam, I wasn't super confident. I couldn't focus in the listening section, and I zoned out a lot, which was reflected in my score. Anyway, cue some happy end of October exam videos here. Fun fact, Koreans love picking up acorns. The campus which I took my October exam in had so many acorns. I obviously picked a few. And then I had a nice post-exam dinner watching the sunset. For the November exam, I buckled down a lot and I studied a lot more, which was evident by my November score. I'll elaborate on this in future videos. Anyway, another super important thing for me at least is managing my condition. I think it's very important to eat healthily before the exam and rest well, sleep early, and drink lots of water. So try not to have any meals that are too heavy or too strong. I don't know. And just try to manage your nerves. I can't deny that I was pretty nervous before the November exam. I was really trying to take TOPIK without giving myself any pressure, but old habits die hard. So I meditated and watched some pre-exam anxiety videos, and it actually did help a lot. I found it really beneficial to write down my concerns and worries about the exam, and then to write down things that I am good at regardless of the exam. I think this really helped, as when I'm nervous, it's harder to focus, especially in listening. So that was my main concern. Then I arrived early again and just walked around and chilled with Katherine before the November exam. It was really nice just arriving early, enjoying the atmosphere, just taking in the campus. And I think we both felt pretty calm after just chilling for a while before the exam. Then, what to do once in the venue. Once you go through the initial check-in procedures, you should find your room. The room number is on your exam entrance sheet. Then go to the door, make sure your name is on the list, and then when you go in, there'll be another sheet of paper on the whiteboard or the blackboard, and it has the classroom layout. So you just find your exam number, and then that correlates to your exam seat. This is just easier than walking up every row trying to find your seat. Like I mentioned before, even once you're in the room, you should be able to leave until just about 10 minutes before the exam starts. Then you'll need to turn off your phone and any other electronic devices and then put them in this phone folder. They will check your ID and probably require you to take off your mask. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. For one of mine, they didn't. And then when the exam is just about to start, they will hand out the exam papers and ask you to check that the exam has all the pages and there are no issues. For this, just go through and check every page number quickly. It's not a chance to read the questions, but just to check the page numbers. If you spend too long on this, they'll get grumpy. After the exam finishes, it will take a few minutes to leave, as they should collect the exam papers and return electronic devices. So if you have plans after this, I would add on another 10 to 15 minutes just to be safe. And just everything is done in Korean. So all the instructions are in Korean, so just be aware of this, at least in Korea. Then the wait begins. After the exam, go home, relax, have some fun, and enjoy yourself. Give yourself a break from studying if needed, and wait. And just wait. The exam results will come out at 3 p.m. Korean Standard Time on the day of results, on the release day. And just remember that while the results can be an indication of your Korean level, there is so much more than just a simple number at the end of the day. As I mentioned at the start of the video, this is the first of a 3-part series which I'm making on my recent TOPIK experience. The next 2 videos will have more useful and practical study tips on how I improved my score from a low TOPIK 3 to a solid TOPIK 5 while working full-time, and how I managed to improve my score from a very low 4 to a solid level 5 in a month. So if you're interested, please feel free to follow along. See you next time. Bye!